Are you thinking about moving to Houston, Texas? But before you do, you're curious. What can you get for your money? Maybe you've heard that it's very affordable and that you can get a lot of house for the money, but you don't know exactly what that looks like. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to take you on a home tour. And I actually wanted to show you exactly what you can get in the city and in some of Houston's top suburbs for $800,000. We get a lot of clients calling us, and this seems to be a pretty common price point. And so we thought we would take you along today and run you through some different homes that are currently available here in the Houston area at the $800,000 price mark, so that really you can get acclimated to what you can get for your money if you are looking to move here to the Houston area. So if that interests you, stick around and let's get after it right now. So what exactly does $800,000 buy you here in Houston? What I thought I'd do is I'd set up a search just like I would for any other client and really see exactly what's out there for $800,000. Now, to save us some time, I've actually already set up our search, and I went through and I hand selected about 15 properties that would give you a really good representation of what you can get in and around the city here in Houston. And as you can see, Houston is a massive metroplex. There are millions and millions of people that live here, and there are plenty of great housing options, whether you want to be right here in the city like some of these homes, or all the way out here in the outer band of Houston in some of the more residential suburbs. And so what I thought we'd do is we'd kind of start inside of the city and work our way around the city, showing you exactly what you can get for your money. And so our first option is going to be right here in a very common and popular new neighborhood called the Heights. And I say new neighborhood, it's been around forever, but what you're starting to see is it's been turned over in the past 10 or 15 years. It's very much kind of the newer hip area of Houston. If you're a young professional and you're wanting to still be very much in the mix, or even if you're a small, family that doesn't quite want to be out in the suburbs yet, this is gonna be a great option for you. And so here's a home that I found that really encompassed the vibe of the Heights. We actually have a vlog on the Heights, so if you're not familiar with it, be sure to check that out. It's definitely one of the cooler neighborhoods if you're wanting to be closer in toward downtown and you want to live here in the Houston area. So this is an older home, it's a bungalow style, and as you can see, it's got a different look and feel than a lot of the homes here in the suburbs are gonna have. It's gonna be much smaller because the price per square foot is gonna be a lot higher because it's in a really great location. But this is a cool home. It obviously needs some updating if you're wanting to make it a little bit newer and more modern. But this is priced right at that $800,000 mark. You even have a little bit more yard space, and it looks like a little bungalow as well, outdoor kitchen. And so really neat and right in the mix. If you look on a map and you were to pull this one up, you'll see that you are kind of right in this northwest Houston area. You're probably about 10, 15 minutes from downtown. And so overall, it's gonna be a really great location for you. In a similar area, if you click right over here, this is another example of what you get in Timber Grove, which is kind of just west of the Heights. And this is a new construction option that's inside the city, still very much in a cool, walkable location to the bars, restaurants, and once again, a really easy commute into downtown. But this is a newer construction. I believe it's a townhome. They actually don't have photos of the exterior. So I think it's a standalone single family residence, but it's like a 2-3 story townhome. This one's obviously new construction, and it's got that new, more modern color palette. And this one's coming in right around $800,000 as well. And it's not small, it's 2,700 square feet with some really nice finishes. And it's gonna be in a gated kind of townhome community. And this one is gonna be brand new. So in 2023, whereas the last home that we saw was quite a bit older. So you got different options when you're inside the city. If you're looking for a nice neighborhood that's maybe still pretty close into the city, but it's starting to feel a little bit more like a neighborhood, then you can head on out to Oak Forest. Here's a newer construction home located in Oak Forest. And I thought this one was really pretty. And I thought this was a really good example of kind of that happy medium of living in the city, not all the way out in the suburbs, but not necessarily, right in downtown next to all of the different bars and restaurants. And so this is obviously gorgeous because it's new. It's really well appointed. It's got cool cathedral ceilings. So this one's only a few years old in 2020. It's 2,800 square feet and it's priced right at $800,000. And so then what you're gonna notice is there's a pretty big jump here in the Houston area out to the suburbs. The closest suburb that we have a home in for today's tour is actually gonna be down here in Friendswood. Friendswood I love Friendswood is a fantastic suburb if you're gonna look to be on the south side of Houston. As you can see here, it's a quick drive over to Galveston, not too far at all. And so one thing you get in Friendswood is you get some space. So this is an older home built in 2001, and it's out on a half-acre lot, and it is 4,100 square feet. It's a nice brick home, and this one's for $800,000. So maybe where you're coming from, you're not used to being able to get 4,100 square feet for only $800,000. But this one I thought was a really good example of what you can get in Friendswood. This one looks like it's got some newer updates here on the interior, so it's not all original. So it looks like they really tried to bring it kind of up to today's style. And then I'm gonna flip through real quickly, just because we've got a lot of homes to look at. But I kind of want to show you the space, the backyard. This is pretty standard, what you'd get in an older home for $800,000. You can see the countertops aren't quite updated here, but it looks like they've done new carpet, new flooring. But look at the yard. Obviously, this could accommodate a big pool if you decided you wanted to put one in. A lot of homes in this price range are gonna have pools here as well. And so this is a great example of what you can get over in Friendswood. So let's go back to the map. All right, so we just did a vlog on Sienna. Sienna is one of the best master plan communities here in the Houston area. And I wanted to show this home off because this really embodies kind of what I feel like a lot of our clients end up wanting to purchase when they move here to Houston. They're looking for that space. They love that you can get this for $800,000. And this is a 3,800 square foot new construction modern home. This one's very nice. It's got real wood floors as you come in. It's got that big kind of 2-story open living room with the glass sliders, and really just a lot of modern finishes. It's got a cool little wine bar here as well. And let's just check this one out and see exactly if you were expecting to get this for $800,000 here in Houston. You got this cool slider door right here, which goes, I believe, over into a media room. Let's check that out. Yeah, so this is a media room, kind of playroom over here. I'm actually familiar with this home. It looks like, I won't say the builder's name, but I'm pretty sure that I've seen this home before. So anyways, cruising through, this is gonna be a lot more updated. This is kind of what you can expect to get for $800,000 further out in the suburbs. So as you can see, you get a whole lot more for your money, and you're still not having to settle for an old home if you kind of like that newer style. So let's go ahead and check out the lot. So you got a cool little outdoor kitchen as well, plenty of room for a pool on this one. So I think that this is a fantastic option for $800,000. Out of all the ones we're gonna look at, I would probably gravitate towards something like this personally. So that one's in Sienna. As we work our way kind of around Houston, let me click on this guy here. So this one's in the Richmond area, or it says so it's in Richmond. Richmond, outside of these newer master plan communities, is actually known for having a little bit more space. So this one sits on almost 2 acres, and I thought this would kind of give you an alternative option if you're wanting to be out in the suburbs, but you don't really want houses right on top of each other. You don't necessarily have to have that new construction. This one's sweet. This is kind of a country style bungalow. It's got a gate, almost on 2 full acres. And so this encompasses kind of your other option. If you're looking for a little bit more room, you're gonna be able to get that on these kind of outer bands of Houston. Now, this one's got a little bit more country undertone to it. It may or may not be your taste, but it does have some really cool features. It's definitely different architecturally than some of these newer, more modern homes. And so let's kind of flip through real quick. I love this living room. I thought it was sweet. I love the ceilings. It looks like these are real wood beams as well, which I thought was cool. At first I thought they were copper, but anyways, so different style. Just wanted to give you kind of a different housing option. I love this front porch and just really all the privacy and space that you get here. Obviously this home would be great for a pool as well. And this one is 3,200 square feet, so it's not small. You got plenty of room to spread out, and so that's kind of the alternative to the newer constructions out here in the suburbs. So as you head out towards Katy, Fulshire, you're gonna have some newer construction communities as well. This one's out in Weston Lakes, which is pretty far outside of town, but you can get a lot for your money there. So this one definitely is kind of more my style on the interior. I really liked the beams. And then once again, as you can see here in the backyard, you're getting plenty of room. Your neighbors aren't right on top of you. So this is also another home you can get for $800,000 that's active on the market right here in Houston. And then the one other thing I wanted to show you with this home is this one does come with a pool. So if you do buy a resale home, you can go ahead and get a pool put in, or it would come with a pool. Now, if you wanted to put a pool in, you're looking at on the low end anywhere from about $70,000, and then you can go crazy and build anywhere from $120,000 to $200,000, depending on if you build like an outdoor casita with it as well. And so let's keep cruising our way here around the Houston suburbs. You've got another one over here in Fulshire. This one's also in Weston Lakes. And this one's got a little bit different look and feel, but the reason I clicked on this one is if you're interested in golf at all, or you're wanting like a retention pond behind your house, you don't want those rear neighbors, you can get that here in the Houston area for $800,000. And so not only was this home kind of a little bit newer and nice, a clean color palette, but I really just wanted to show you this backyard here and just show you that, you know, if you don't want those rear neighbors, you want to back up to a golf course or a pond, that you can get that here. So let's start getting closer up to these northern suburbs. Now, I live up here in the northern suburbs. I like them a lot, primarily because of the trees. Also, there's just a lot of really good amenities. And so this home is actually located in the Woodlands. Now, if you've heard of the Woodlands, you'll know it's one of the best master plan communities in the entire country, actually. It's consistently ranked #1. So this is in Creekside. There's 9 villages in the Woodlands. We have plenty of videos on the Woodlands, including a vlog of the Woodlands, as well as 9 different villages explained. Be sure to check those out. So this is in Creekside. This is the newest village, and this home has a pool in it, and it's zoned to really great schools as well. It's a little bit more new. The Woodlands typically has older homes, and so I wanted to show you something in Creekside to show you that you still can be in the Woodlands for $800,000 without having to settle for an older home if that's not what you're interested in. So anyways, this one's beautiful, and let's get to the backyard. It's got I do want to show you, a lot of homes in the $800,000 price point here in the Houston area have media rooms, so it's very common in newer construction homes to have a designated room just for media, as well as an office or a study. And then here we go. Look at this backyard. So if you want a more modern, updated pool, you can still get these as well here in the $800,000 price point. And here is another home. So this one's in Magnolia. So this is a very common search that we get from a lot of different clients here in the Houston area, and it's really one that I find is harder and harder to accomplish for $800,000, but it does still exist. This is a home on a 2-acre lot. It's 3,400 square feet, and it's in one of my favorite neighborhoods. It's called Lake Windcrest. It's right behind the Woodlands, and it is actually located in Magnolia. So you got a 3-car garage, definitely a more traditional interior finishes, not super updated or super modern, but the layouts of the homes out here are really spread out. They're these big 1-stories. And really what you're paying for to be in Lake Windcrest is the space, and then really to have that backyard with the pool and to be on a golf course. So let's check those out. So here you go. See all these trees. You can see how private it is gonna be. Got a nice covered patio. Your neighbor's house is really far away. You even have a little diving rock here. So I love this neighborhood. Once again, this is the part that I love about the North Houston area that the other parts of Houston don't have, are gonna be these taller pine trees. They produce a lot of shade cover, which is really important because we're filming this during the summer and it's like 96 degrees outside, which I don't appreciate. So anyways, that's another really good example of what you can get. Now, this home I actually sold a couple of years ago. It's back on the market, and this is a kind of a rare find. I'm actually surprised it's still in the market after 10 days. This is in Wood Forest, which is one of my favorite master planned communities. And this is very rare to have such a big lot in Wood Forest. It's got this mother-in-law kind of casita attached to the front, but wait till you see the backyard on this home. Not only is it a really large home with plenty of space, but really the lot is what sets this apart. It's very difficult to find lots in master plan communities that back up to no rear neighbors and have these trees on the lot. So I don't actually know why they're selling this home, but I think it's gorgeous. So, and you can get this for right at $800,000. Now let's go on up here and check this one out. So this one's in a neighborhood called Teasewood here in Conroe, and this one's a newer home, a little bit more modern construction. Also right there at that $800,000 mark, but it's got some higher end features. You can tell that this is a well-built home. It's obviously not completely furnished, but it's got nice real wood floors, and this is what it would look like if it was staged. So it's absolutely gorgeous. And I love Conroe personally. Look at this upgraded kitchen. You can see the built-in refrigerator. So these are some really nice finishes for under $1 million that a lot of people aren't expecting to find here in the Houston suburbs. let's keep cruising. We only have a few left. Okay, this one I was excited to show you because it really isn't anything spectacular, but you can buy a home on open water on the lake right here in the Houston area. This is on Lake Conroe, and this home is 2,700 square feet, and it is built in 2001. And as you can see, it's got its own boat dock, and so if you want access to the lake, maybe you want to live on the lake permanently, or this would just be a vacation home for you, that's going to be an option as well. We're located about 15 minutes away from this lake right here. We work on Lake Conroe all the time. In fact, some of our agents actually live on the water here. And so if you're looking for that lake life, we can definitely help you out. But this is a more dated home. You're gonna have to put some updates into any homes on the lake that are kind of under or at that $800,000 mark, but you can get onto the water for $800,000. You're just gonna be in something that's a little bit more outdated, but you know, who cares? Look at that view. So I did wanna show you that you can get that for your money here. Here's another home that's up near the lake, and this one will really blow your mind. So this home is $800,000 here, and this is in a gated neighborhood that's got 3 18-hole golf courses, a yacht club, and more. And you're just across from the water. And this one's got a pool, it's got a wine room. This one is decked out. It's got a ton of privacy in the backyard. So as soon as I saw that this one was available for $800,000 after selling a lot in this neighborhood, I definitely wanted to show you that this is an option for you if you have this budget and you're looking to move here to the Houston area. And you don't have to be right in the mix. If you're okay being out in a suburb, it's still gonna have all your grocery stores and everything that you need, but you're not trying to be right into downtown, then this is a good option for you. Look at this awesome fire pit, hot tub, really well done pool in a really nice neighborhood. So, and then this is just down the street. This isn't actually where the house is, but the house is located in Bentwater. And last but not least, I wanted to show you kind of a newer construction home that's out on almost 2 acres. And this is in Waller, which is kind of your northwest side of Houston. And this is obviously your more modern farmhouse style, but there aren't a ton of $800,000 homes on over an acre that are new construction. They do exist. In fact, this is the only one I found during this search. But in that 800 to a million range, you really start to open up yourself to these options. And so, as you can see, it's really clean, well-appointed, new construction, and it's got trees on the property. You got the wood beams, and this you can get. This one's 3,300 square feet on almost 2 acres for $799,000. You might even be able to get it for a little bit less. And so, as you can see, we've covered a lot of the Houston area. You know, these homes up here on the lake are about an hour from downtown, and so it is quite a hike. But this should give you a good example of exactly what you can get for $800,000 right here in the Houston area. So if you are looking to move here, or maybe you're curious, what can you get for different price points? Well, go ahead and reach out to our team. We actually have a survey link in the comments below. Click that link, a member of our team will reach out to you immediately, and we can actually set you up on a search for whatever your budget is to help show you and educate you on exactly what you can get for your money if you are thinking about moving right here to Houston, Texas. So don't be shy, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. We would love to help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. Thanks so much for watching, and go check out some of our other videos.